Hi there, good evening and welcome along to Friday's final fling here at the Online Darts Live League. It's the last time we'll be broadcasting from this venue under this format as we move to become the Modus Super Series tomorrow. The final three places at the launch night are up for grabs this evening. The players that are already there include the winner of Group A, and that was Wolfie Martin Adams. He topped the Group A table earlier in the week, winning in dominant fashion, really, 11 of his 15 games, 6 points clear of James Hurrell and 8 points clear of Christian Kist, down to Martijn Drax. Drax, Harrison and Tian played in Group C, and Group C concluded this afternoon, and we saw Kieran Tian top that Group C table. And he goes through to finals night tomorrow with the Brazilian Diogo Portela. Michael Flynn had a slow start yesterday, better today, but missed out along with Richie Housen, the Dutchman Martijn Dracht, and Sweden's Andreas Harrison. So 3 places left up for grabs. This is how Group B looks after the first night of action. James Hurrell, top of the table after winning all 4 of his matches. Christian Kist made it 3 from 4, and those two look in pretty good shape to make it through to the big stage at the Super Series tomorrow evening. Paul Hogan, Danny Smith and Stephen Burton seemingly fighting it out for the final place. So we're going to sit back, we're going to have a walk down memory lane, think of some of the great moments we've had here at the Live League before the evolution continues and we arrive on the big stage at the Super Series tomorrow. But 10 more matches before we close the doors and turn off the lights here at the Live League. And the first of them is Danny Smith against the former world champion Christian Kist. Smith, who made his debut here yesterday and played some decent darts, to be fair. He was beaten 4-0 by Kist in the last match of the night. But before that, he enjoyed a 4-1 win over Paul Hogan and was only beaten 4-3 by the league leader, James Hurrell. Very inventive nickname there, Smithy. He takes on the lipstick in the opening match of the last night here at the Online Darts Live League. If you are just tuning in, don't worry. It's going to get bigger and better from tomorrow. Don't want to miss that at this time, live on Sporty Stuff TV.
First leg, it's Christian
the
to throw
first night
first.
of the Modus Super
Game
Series.
on.
I'm sure you've all seen the social media posts now. The new studio, the big stage, the bright lights, top spec everything, apart from you're stuck with the same old
47.
commentators. Can't have it all, can you? Maybe Danny Smith can have it all in the opening visit here. Not quite.
83.
But I was impressed with him last night. Be determined to avoid the thumping that he got from Christian in the final match of yesterday evening.
99.
It served a great purpose as this Online Darts Live League, and
83.
The new Modus Super Series will deliver more and more opportunities to players, more prize money, £20,000 for a Champions Week winner.
140.
But I'm sure you've all enjoyed the action here as much as I have. By the end of the evening, we'll have
85.
witnessed 5,965 matches.
$99.
Around 1.1 million darts have been thrown. Charlie Corstefin calling the scores out tonight. One of 8 referees used. I'm one of 6 commentators here.
You require 80.
And Danny Smith looking to hit the first double of the evening.
Game shot on the first leg. Danny Smith.
Well, he won't be suffering the same fate as he did against Kist yesterday, because he's taken the first leg against a throw, and it's advantage Smith in the first match.
Second leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
Kist will have the honour of playing in the last match when he faces Stephen Burton in the final curtain closer. And by the way, that is the 12,600 and 22nd 180. 12,623rd.
180.
In that room.
$58.
We've also had 9 dart legs.
125.
And that might be all we get. A nice number, really, isn't it? Christian didn't want to spoil it and make it 10.
99. 83. Danny, you require 164.
Well, Smith looking for a big 3-figure outshot to hold onto his throw in the second leg. A leg that Kist
92.
started.
Christian, you require 113.
5 perfect darts. And he will get a dart at tops.
73. Danny, you require 72.
Another single 16 would leave the top target for Smithy.
32. Christian, you require 40. Game shot on the second
Finally,
leg. Christian
Kist finds it, and he cancels out that immediate break of throw, and in doing so, effectively takes control of the contest. 1-1.
Third leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
The first of 10 matches to bring you this evening before the lights go out at the Live League to make way for the Modus Super Series.
100.
Following this will be Stephen Burton against Paul Hogan. Then Danny Smith returns to take on the league leader James Hurrell, who is all but through to finals night himself.
135. 85. 180.
Second of the match for Danny Smith, who's the biggest
60.
180 hitter in this group now. 6 to the 5 of Kist. Hurrell and Hogan have 4. Stephen Burton only managed 1 last night.
44. 180.
Although it didn't take long for Kist to join him at the top of that leaderboard.
64. Christian, you require 76.
It'll be 1 dart at the top of this board for Kist to take the lead in the
Game
match.
shot on the third
And that's all he
leg.
needs.
Christian
A nice clean
Kist.
kill from Kist of the 76 combo. Landing double top for the second time in the game. To take the
Fourth
lead
leg, it's Danny to throw first.
for the first time in the
on.
game. Do you know, Christian Kist over the course of this week has been statistically the superior player in most of his matches.
140.
Kist has actually had the highest average in 16 of the 19 matches he's played
85.
on his debut week at the Live League.
140.
Maybe hasn't quite got the results at that level of superiority as
94.
deserved, but he looks like he's in a very good spot to make it onto the big stage and take part in the
100.
exciting opening evening of the newly branded Modus Super Series. There will be a couple of
74.
special guests
Danny,
as
you
well
require
tomorrow night, so
121.
really, honestly, please do make sure you tune in. You know the time, you know the place. You know what he wants.
96. 180.
Well, he went for the bull when he didn't have to, and now Kist has piled under pressure. Will it get in the mind of Danny
on the
Smith?
fourth leg.
Well, whether
Danny
it did or
Smith.
not, we'll never know. But if it did, it didn't affect him too much. He's landed the double, he's squared up the match, and he's taking the fight to the former world champ. 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
Christian Kist ended last night on 6 points with a +4 leg difference. 2 points behind James Hurrell, who's +9. Paul Hogan,
81.
Danny Smith and Stephen Burton all with just 2 points. 1 win for each of them. -2 Hogan, -5
60.
Smith, and -6 Burton.
93.
Could come down to that between those three. But nobody's safe yet. Nobody through yet from this group. 3 places to fill to join Messrs.
29.
Portela, Tian and Martin Adams.
$140. 55. 59. 100. Danny, you require 128.
Can't go out now. But still in with a chance of breaking the throw here.
47. Christian, you require 117. 52. Danny, you require 81.
12 and bull.
Game
There's
shot
the
on
ball
fifth
for Danny
leg.
Smith.
Danny Smith.
Brilliant check out to take control just at the right time. He breaks on the bull. Can he crush Kist?
Sixth leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
Well, he's been a great find.
97.
Danny Smith, a player from the Portsmouth area.
100. 140. 100. 28.
'He's certainly making the most of his opportunity. It might have been only 1 win last night, but as I
85.
said, it was a good set of performances.
180.
And he might be about to get his second win in Group B and put himself firmly in the mix to make it to the big stage
Danny
tomorrow.
Require 56.
Double top to do so.
Game, shot, and the match.
And Danny
Smith
defeats the former world champion Christian Kist, the unknown against the known. And it is Danny Smith who comes out on top, doubling his points tally, taking that haul to 4 and moving into 3rd place, which would be a qualifying position in this group. Great performance, 97.35 the average, a 4-2 success over Christian Kist, who is now 2 points behind Stephen Burton and Paul Hogan, 2 points behind Danny, but they go head to head in just a few minutes' time. Welcome back. Strong start for Danny Smith in his quest to qualify for finals night tomorrow. Now it's over to Bertie and Hogan to see who can join him on 4 points. Whoever loses this match will be struggling in that race for third place, but the winner will be level with the aforementioned Danny Smith. Burton was the pre-group favourite, but finds himself bottom of the table after one night of action. As for Paul Hogan, spent his night shaking his head a fair bit. Only managed to get one win. That was
First leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on.
Against Stephen Burton at the end of the evening, and he won it 4-0 when his opponent managed to miss 13 darts at double. Much to his disbelief and that of Paul Hogan. But they'd all love to be there tomorrow. And 85. They're all still in the fight. Martin Adams, the 3-time champion of the world, will be there on the opening night of the New Look Live League as it becomes the Modus Super Series.
60.
Check out the social media for a sneak peek of the new venue at Darts Live League.
100.
The Brazilian Diogo Portela is there. The Irishman Kieran Tierney is there. James Hurrell seems like he's there after winning all 4 of his matches last
100.
night. He faces Danny Smith in the next match. Christian Kist, the Dutchman, still in a strong position despite that defeat to Smith in the opener of this evening.
140. 170.
A rather nonchalant 170 there from Bertie. He can do all sorts.
100. Stephen, you require 71.
18 and tops. Just in the 18.
51. Paul, you require
but he allows
76.
Hogan an opportunity to break in leg 1. He'll stay there because he absolutely loves double 18. He just can't get enough of it.
40.
Literally.
Stephen, you require 20.
Can't get any of it. Double 10 for Stephen Burton. Double 5.
10. Paul, you require 36.
Still, they've fallen out.
Game shot on the first leg.
And here's a brief encounter with double 9 instead, and it is a break of throw in the opening leg for Crocodile Dundee Paul Hogan. Stephen Burton better improve.
Second leg,
and he better make it snappy if he is to make it through to finals night himself. Former winner, of course, here at the Live League.
100.
One of 33 weekly winners. He won week 1 in phase 3 this year and went on to win the Champions Week of that phase as well. Now, just to explain, because a few of you have been asking on social media, the evolution
60.
of the tournament does go to another level as from tomorrow, but it is effectively finals
57.
night for week 6 of what will become the Modus Super Series. So the weekly winners so far: Robert Owen, Chaz Barstow,
45.
Graham Hall, Daryl Pilgrim and Lee Evans. They've already qualified for the very first Modus Super Series Champions Week, which will take place on week 13 of Modus Super Series 1. This is week 6. So we'll have 12 champions at Champions Week fighting it out
85.
for a £20,000 champions check. Robert Owen actually certainly worthy of mention. He is the man who has played the most matches and won the most matches since the Live League began a couple of years ago. 382 games played for the Welshman nicknamed Stack Attack, and 210 of them won. Followed closely by Martin Adams, who we will see on that stage
100.
tomorrow night.
Paul, you require 74.
Hogan here looking to win his second leg of this match and his
Game
6th straight leg
Paul Hogan
against Stephen Burton, who just has not been at the races for the last couple of nights.
Third leg, it's Stephen to throw
4-0
first.
win
Game on.
for Hogan against Burton at the end of last evening, and a 2-0 lead
100.
against Burton at the start of this, and Burton across those two matches has now missed 17 darts at double.
59. 81. 81. 21. 85. 96.
'Both these players have been
41.
relatively regular at the Live League. The pair of them have played over 100 matches.
140.
This game 107 for Stephen Burton and 130 for Paul Hogan.
60. Stephen, you require 63.
Can he finally hit a dart at double against
23.
Crocodile Dundee? 18 he's now missed in 2 matches against this man.
99. Stephen, you require 40.
Suffering from the Hogan hoodoo.
Game shot on the third.
But that's how do.
Stephen
How to
Burton.
from Stephen Burton, who gets back in this match by finally ending that double drought against Hogan and halving the deficit in game 2
Fourth
of the
leg,
last
it's Paul
night
to throw first.
at the Live League.
Game on. $45. 81.
Do keep tweeting us your favourite moments, as many of you were doing this afternoon at Darts Live League on Twitter. You can get in touch with me as well at Chris Murphy 180.
100. 137.
We do encourage our audience to get involved. Appreciate every single one of you for watching. Mark Marlowe saying he's going to miss the simplicity
60.
of this brilliant format, bringing us new players and referees. But things move on, and he wishes continuing success to all. We
85.
appreciate that, Mark, and thank you for viewing. And one day, you might well be taking part, mate. Keep practicing.
121. 138. 83. Stephen, you require 60.
So for parity.
Game shot.
And now
on
he
the
can't
fourth
stop
leg.
hitting.
Stephen Burton.
After all those misses, Burton suddenly has found his finishing touch, and he's tied up this match at 2 apiece, and he has a throw in leg 5 and indeed in 2 of
Fifth
the
leg,
last
it's
3
Stephen
legs.
to throw first. Game on. $137. 55. 100. 60. 140. 100. Stephen, you require 124.
Suddenly, Burton is in command. Doesn't even have to go 14. Can afford to go treble 16 for double 8.
116.
Nowhere near that, but Hogan is nowhere near him in this leg.
83. Stephen, you require 8. Game shot on the 5th leg. Stephen Burton.
And he is now in front, Stephen Burton, 1 ahead and 1 away from a much-needed win. Hogan has let this slip as Stephen Burton has bounced back.
It's Paul to throw first. $60. 60. 84. 81. 100. 45. 100.
Hogan, though, in a position to force a decider.
Paul, you require 157.
A very contrasting clash to the contest they had last night.
100.
I was about to say they enjoyed last night, but neither of them seemed to be enjoying it an awful lot, even though Hogan won 4-0.
61. Paul, you require 57. 37. 79. Paul, you require 20.
Well, he was
Game shot on the 6th
2-0 up in this
Hogan.
one, and things were going well. Burton turned it around when he led 3-2, but Hogan's hit back, and we are going the distance for the first time this evening.
7th and final leg. It's Stephen to throw
Burton
first.
has the darts. And the winner will join Danny Smith on 4 points. Smith back in action.
43.
In the next match against the league leader James Hurrell.
140. 100. 100. 100. 100. 98. Paul, you require 161. 125. Stephen, you require 160.
Oh, to do it in style. This would really hurt Hogan.
140.
He would not have been able
Paul,
to
you
believe
require
that.
36.
But he's back to his favourite double. He's faltered on that finish during this match. But
Game,
double
shot,
nine
and the match.
is his friend
Paul
once
Hogan.
again, and Paul Hogan has beaten Stephen Burton once again. He led the match 2-0, then Burton led it 3-2, but Hogan managed to win the last two and take the 2 points, leaving Stephen Burton, the pre-group favourite, stranded at the bottom of the table. Hogan hauls himself up alongside Daddy Smith on 4 points. Smith is back in action next against the so far unbeaten James Hurrell. Welcome back. Even you are watching Sporty Stuff TV, the home of the Online Darts Live League, and we are into Game 3 of this evening. It's Danny Smith who won Game 1 against James Hurrell, who won every game last night. And there is Smithy, the man who got the better of Christian Kist in the opening match of the evening's action. And James Hurrell didn't lose a single match, but this pair had a right old darting ding-dong last night.
First leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
It ended in a 4-3 win for Hurrell. Smith has already avenged defeat to Kist. He was humped 4-0.
58.
By Lipstick last night, but managed to win 4-2 against the 2012 Lakeside champ. And James Hurrell, the WDF ranked number 2
59.
at the moment. Who's the next target on his list?
93. $60. 45. 44.
Not happening really at the start of the match for either player.
138.
But that's a good shot from Danny Smith. Good thinking to utilise the 18 segment, making sure he leaves a double. A finish rather.
$60. Danny, you require 167. 45.
Having a little bit of trouble with the Online Darts Live League patch that he has to. We'll just take it off, Danny. It won't be called
122.
that this time tomorrow anyway.
$65.
Again, good thinking. Seems to have a smart darts brain on him. Could have stayed at the 20s and left himself on 62 had he hit a single.
180.
And now he'd be under more pressure.
57.
Only guaranteeing one dart double. He's guaranteed 2 here, and he's needed
Game
them.
shot on the first leg. Danny Smith.
And Danny Smith wins that leg with a bit of shrewd thinking. And he leads the match by 1-0 against the England captain, James
Second
Hurrell.
leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $140. 58. 119. 94.
If James Hurrell does win this match, incidentally, that would mathematically secure his place at the finals night, the first ever Modus
60.
Super Series night.
$98. 60. 90. 96. James, you require 122.
I wonder if he will go the 18s route. Smith is on a finish, and he is going that way. The treble would leave him the bullseye. The treble would now leave him double 16.
56. Danny, you require 155.
Treble 20 would have left him 26. Not sure about that change of plan.
90. James, you require
Again, that's
66.
good thinking from Danny Smith. I'm impressed. Was aiming for the treble 10. 21 now remaining. Just the one dart at double 8. But that's all Hurrell needs.
James Hurrell.
As he squares up this match at 1 apiece. Danny Smith and James Hurrell once again caught up in a bit of a battle here. It was a slow start, but it's starting to get good.
Third leg,
it was
Danny
good
to throw first.
when the pair met last night. Now, the reason the averages are so low is that opening leg was a real
140.
slog until the back end of it, but averages change very quickly in this short format.
99.
And I'm going to make a prediction that they'll both be averaging more than 90 by the end of the match.
60. 81. 60.
Is the first outing of the evening for James Hurrell. Second for Danny Smith after that victory against Kist. Paul Hogan takes on Kist in the next game, and
44.
then Hurrell returns to meet Stephen Burton, who's gone from hero to zero
41.
in live league terms, having been crowned a Champions Week winner just a couple of months ago. He finds himself stranded at the bottom of the league table in Group B.
60.
Seemingly a bit of a lost cause, but still can turn. He's a good player.
140.
And if he can win his last 3 matches, every chance he'll be going to finals night. He plays Hurrell, Smith and Kist.
91. Danny requires 60.
Pick a side, Danny. Double 10.
50.
Oh, so close.
James requires
Hurrell can hurt him.
126.
Double 6.
James
Ah,
on
that is
the
a
third
lovely,
leg.
lovely finish.
James Hurrell.
Danny Smith in the background there, giving a nod, a knowing nod of admiration. He knew it was going, and Hurrell hits, and Hurrell does hurt him. It's a break of
Fourth leg,
throw,
it's James to throw first.
and the
Game on.
unbeaten league leader is in control of the clash.
$125. 58. 60. 92. 55. 93. 100. 98. James, you require 161.
Well, 1 point worse off. James Hurrell here, but that 1 point's a big difference when it comes to those finishers. 160.
65. Danny, you
A
require
better finish than, say, 138, for example.
Game
And
shot
Danny
on the
Smith
fourth
makes it look
leg.
easy.
Danny Smith.
A lovely high checkout for Super Smith to level up this match. And I said Hurrell had control of the game. Now Smith has taken the baton
Fifth
back.
leg, it's Danny to throw
2-2.
first. Game on.
Yeah, 160, the highest checkout that doesn't end on the ball.
100.
But I'd say that many that are smaller than it are harder than it. Just about every other treble-treble combination.
96.
Unless the players get inventive and have managed to find a double-double route at the end of some of those. But Danny Smith just throws at treble 20 all day long and finds it
85.
pretty frequently as well.
$100. 57.
The 18 was intentional there. That wasn't a slip
42.
from Hurrell. 138 would have left a finish where 140 wouldn't have. Smith will come down to ensure that he
99.
leaves a finish. And look what finish it is that he's left. Took out 160 to win the last leg. Hurrell must come down as well.
99. Danny, you require 160.
Right, here he goes again. There is nothing sweeter. No need to end the sentence because he won't be getting the
140.
repeater.
James, you require 164.
But he will be coming back with 3 darts at double 10 to move 1 ahead and 1 away
99.
from inflicting
Danny,
the first
you require
defeat of
20.
Group B on Hillbilly Hurrell.
Shot on the fifth leg.
Hillbilly
Danny
rocked
Smith.
by Danny Smith here, who leads him by 3 legs to 2. And the unknown quantity at the Live League really is
Sixth
making
leg,
a
it's
name
James
for
to throw
himself.
first. Game on. $140.
A man who is barely a household name in his own household, Danny Smith. Even he has to check his ID from
94.
time to time.
$100. 99.
A few people will be aware of him now. Darts fans will be admiring him. Darts players
105.
will be fearing him. Oh, look at that.
162. James, you require 156.
Lovely lobbing at the Live League from the debutant Danny.
$85.
Who will get the chance
Danny, you
to seal
require
this
146.
victory in style. Not to be, but no guarantee that Hurrell will clean up 71 when he comes back. Still
90.
patting that patch back
James,
onto
you
his shirt.
require
He's determined
71.
to keep the organisers happy. Keeping them happy enough with his performances. Don't worry about the branding, Danny.
31. Danny, you require 56. $46. James, you require 40. $20.
Just worry about winning, and Hurrell
Danny,
has given him the
require
opportunity
10.
to do that. Missing opportunities to force a decider.
6.
Danny Smith missing opportunities
James,
to win the match.
20.
Surely for the second time, a meeting between this darting duo is about to go the distance.
Game
A
shot
really exciting encounters between the pair. It was a last leg decider victory for James Hurrell yesterday. We are in a sudden death shootout once again today.
7th and final leg. It's Danny.
Either Danny Smith
first.
will
Game
inflict
on.
the first defeat of the group on Hurrell, or Hurrell will get a 5th straight win, a victory that would secure his
60.
spot at finals night.
$65. $97. $99. $40. $100. $59. $140. $140. James, you require
Hurrell's worked
97.
his way down below a ton and will get the first go. Double 12 to book his place in Saturday night's action.
Game, shot, and the match.
And for the second
James
day
Hurrell.
on the spin, James Hurrell seals a 4-3 win against Danny Smith, who put up a great fight once more, but Hurrell's victory makes it 5 on the bounce and secures his spot at finals night. He will join Martin Adams, Diogo Portela and Kieran Tian on stage at the first ever night of Modus Super Series action tomorrow. 2 more players will join him. Smith is a contender. The next nearest player to Hurrell is Christian Kist, and he takes on Paul Hogan in the next match this evening. Stay tuned. Welcome back. James Hurrell, the first man through from Group B to finals night tomorrow. Who will join him? We'll find out over the course of the rest of the evening's action. Kist is the main contender to do so, and he is in action now against Paul Hogan. There you see, 5 from
First
5 for James Hurrell. Kist, the next contender on 6. Hogan has 4, along with Danny Smith, the debutant.
$140.
Stephen Burton, surprisingly, still with only 1 win to his name. Every single match tonight, incidentally, has been won by the player
140.
throwing second. Kist losing to Smith, Hogan beating Burton, and Smith losing to Hurrell.
60. $125. 59. 90. 125. Christian, you require 146. 106. Paul, you require 117.
Double top then for Hogan to hold on to his
97.
throw.
Christian, you require 40.
Double top for Kist then to break his throw. On what has been an evening of breaks. But he can't
20.
manage it here.
Paul, you require 20. Game shot on the first leg. Paul Hogan.
So Hogan does get over the line in the first leg and takes a lead after winning his first match of the evening. Things are starting to look up for Paul Hogan.
Second leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on. $60. 60. 95. 180. 58.
When this pair met last night, Kist
81.
got the better of Hogan 4-3 in a decent bout. Hogan averaged more than 90 in that match. It was
100.
a game that saw Kist produce a very good checkout success rate. 4 out of 5 he was
100.
on his doubles.
96. Paul, you require 80. 60. Christian, you require 92.
Now the ball.
Game shot on the
In the
second
ball.
leg. Christian Kist.
Christian Kist producing a beautiful bullseye to take out the 92 combo and to level up this match at 1 apiece.
Third leg, it's Paul to throw first. 46. 97. 60. 100. 100. 140. 177.
Great visit from Hogan. A little bit of an issue, I think, here with the score, so you can have a good look at me for a change. It's the last time you'll see me with this branding behind me, the Online Darts Live League.
Christian, you require 164.
That's it. That's your lot.
132. Paul, you require 118.
Kist
44.
poised now to
Christian,
break
you
the
require
throw.
32.
Edging closer,
16.
but not close enough.
Paul, you require 74. $34.
Hogan also misses.
Christian, you require 16.
It's catching.
Game shot on the third leg. Christian,
But there is
Kist.
that breaker throw. Christian Kist taking control now of this contest, and if he wins the match, he will take a giant step towards reaching finals night
Fourth leg, it's Christian to throw
on
first.
Saturday, and playing on
Game
that
on.
stage at the Super Series.
$96. 60. 85. 81. 100.
Finding it all fun and games, Paul Hogan, enjoying himself in the
100.
background there, having a little chuckle. But a win here for Christian Kist would move him on to 8 points, 4 clear of Hogan,
50.
who would have only 2 games to catch him, as would Danny Smith. So he wouldn't quite be through, but he'd only be a win away or a defeat for one of those players away.
81. Christian, you require 170.
James Hurrell, by the way, is through.
$119. 79. Christian, you require 51. $41.
And Christian Kist may be closing
you
in, but
require
Hogan can
100.
halt him here. Went for tops, but
60. Christian,
couldn't
you
find the
require
first.
10.
And it's 5-5 for CK.
No score. Paul, you
A
require
wild
40.
one from Christian Kist there.
Game shot on the fourth
Hogan
leg.
makes him pay.
Paul Hogan.
And breaks back and ties up the match at 2-2 and effectively takes control of the contest. It has turned into a little bit of
a
war of attrition, this one. Kist has now missed 13 darts at double in it.
55. $100. $41. $97. $81. $140.
Well, it is the final night of action here at the Live League. Let's see some fireworks, Christian.
60. Christian, you require
Come on, treat us.
164.
60. Spoil sport.
100. $25. Christian, you require 64. Game shot on the fifth leg. Christian Kist.
But he does come back to clean up the remaining 64, and this seesaw showdown continues to be just that.
Sixth leg, it's Christian to throw first. Game on.
Hogan held in leg one, but then Kist levelled before breaking.
60.
Hogan broke back, and now Kist has broken again.
$180. $81.
Fine start from Paul Hogan, though, and the break back
100.
looks very likely. And another last leg decider.
140. $140. $140. Paul, you require 81.
The bull.
45.
And now a chance for Christian Kist
80.
to move closer to qualification. Double 10.
70.
Hogan couldn't look. He turned his back. He leaves
Paul,
that double 18 again.
36.
He's hardly hit it when he's left it tonight.
Yeah,
But he hits it this time.
Paul Hogan.
And it's all square. And once again, it is a last leg decider. Just like the previous match. Hogan has the darts in this one, but in the last one and the one before that,
leg. It's Paul to throw
the player
first.
throwing second won the last leg decider. Hogan was that man against Stephen Burton, and James Hurrell did it against Danny Smith.
60.
And only 60 signals that might just happen again.
95. $100. $99. $100. 97. 140. 140. Paul, you require 101.
101 then to win it. He'll go treble 15. It wasn't anywhere near, was it, Paul?
45. Christian, you require 70.
And the chance comes again for Christian Kist. 14 darts missed at double in this match.
50.
But he's now missed more for
Paul,
the
you
match. He's now
require
missed
56.
16 in total. And once again,
Shots and the match. Paul Hogan.
Hogan finds his dent. And he doubles up on last leg decider wins this evening. 4-3 against Stephen Burton earlier tonight. And 4-3 against Christian Kist now. And Kist might be getting that sinking feeling in such a promising position before a dart was thrown tonight. Again he has a higher average. Again he loses. Is he in a bit of trouble? Paul Hogan certainly snapping at his heels. Well, James Hurrell is in action next. He doesn't have anything to worry about already through to finals night. Stephen Burton needs a miracle to turn things around. Welcome back to the action on this final fling at the Online Darts Live League. The last night of action in this studio before we become the Modus Super Series tomorrow. And James Hurrell will be on the new stage. He's already qualified, winning all 5 of his games. It's been a different story for his opponent, Stephen Burton. Just the one win for Burton, the pre-group favourite, has found himself at the foot of the table and is looking to get himself back into contention by inflicting the first defeat on Hurrell here, but he's got a job on because Hurrell humped him 4-0 yesterday, averaging 103.66 in the
First
process.
leg, it's James to throw first. Game on. $100. $48. $100. $97. $91.
Hurrell already
41.
seemingly easing through the opening leg. A treble, a turn for James, and Burton can't seem to hit a treble for Toffee.
84.
Saw him take out that 1-2-6 earlier this evening against Danny Smith in a great game.
100.
They played
Danger
out.
required 126.
Won't repeat the feat, but has plenty of time on his side in this opening leg.
43. $55. James, you require 83.
Double 16.
$67.
That was a loose
Stephen, you
one.
require 160.
This is a finish we've seen already this evening. Danny Smith, the culprit. Stephen Burton trying to join the party.
140. James, you require 60.
Almost snatched a leg that he had absolutely no right to win. But it's a leg that he still might win.
Game
He had a
shot
massive
the first
smile on
leg.
his face there,
James
Stephen
Hurrell.
Burton. I think he knew that James Hurrell was going to hit that last starting hand because that has been his luck at the Live League this week.
Second leg, it's Stephen to throw first.
Will he get a look in this match? Hammered 4-0 by Hurrell yesterday.
140.
He was hammered 4-0 by Hogan yesterday, to be fair, but he got 3 legs off him tonight. 5 matches left to come after this one. Hogan returns to take on Danny Smith
134.
in what could be a key contest in the race for a place on the stage at the Modus Super Series launch night tomorrow.
96.
And Hurrell meets Kist in a clash between the top 2 for now. Burton returns to take on Danny Smith in his last outing of the evening's
55.
action before Hogan faces Hurrell and Kist meets Burton in the last ever match in that
57.
Online Darts Live League room. That door will close and the door to the Modus Super Series will open.
140. $100. $85. Stephen, you require 108.
There's the door open here for Stephen Burton. Double top. We'll see him walk through
88.
it. But he trips
James
on the step.
87.
Can't rescue the shot after that wayward first start.
71. Stephen, you require
James
20.
Hurrell does leave it handy just in case Burton doesn't go out. And he's had real double trouble over the course of the last couple of nights.
Game
but he
shot on
finds
the
a way,
leg. Stephen Burton
made the necessary step, the right adjustment, and found the double to level up this match at 1 leg apiece.
Third leg, it's James to throw first. $137. 60. $100. 59. 44. 100. 100. 140.
Shanghai
James,
shot
you require
for Hurrell.
120.
Looking to climb the ladder, treble and single either way round. How much of that can he see? There was an option to go bull-bull, but with a Burton on something
Stephen,
so
you
huge,
require 142.
probably would have been a silly play.
102. James, you require 74. 34. Stephen, you require 40. Game shot on the third leg. Stephen Burton.
Well, he's in front now, finding tops there, Stephen Burton. And maybe, just maybe, he can be the first man to inflict defeat on James Hurrell in Group B.
Fourth leg, it's Stephen to
Has
throw
lost
first.
matches this week, Hurrell. He's been here all week, played in Group A. I actually picked him out as the most likely winner of that group. Ended up finishing
59.
second. I underestimated Martin Adams. Why on earth would I do that? It was a bit of a slow start from Hurrell, and he got better as the week went by.
53. 134.
And now he's certainly found that winning form, that winning feeling.
92. 58. 85. 59. 100. 130.
100 and Bertie. Well, Stephen leaves 61 to really up the ante.
85.
And pile the
Stephen
pressure.
requires 61.
on Hillbilly Hurrell. Double 18.
Game shot on the fourth
That's better
leg.
from
Stephen
Burton, who's now one leg away from his first win of the night and only his second in this group. The odds compilers thought B would be for
Fifth leg,
Burton,
it's James to throw first.
but it's been Happy
Game
Hurrell,
on.
already qualified, top of the table. Now Burton might be about to put his name in the mix, despite his struggles over the last couple of evenings' action.
140. 140. 129. 57.
It's been a good response though from James Hurrell, this, hasn't it? The 140,
86.
followed by a 129. That 86 was a promising start to the visit that went wrong, but does get him down to a finish after
60.
9 darts. That's
James
where every top player wants to be.
146.
He'll step across maybe and try and get another in there. In fact, he's found the treble 18 to leave double 16. The reason I said that is because watching him this week, he's been an expert of that step, but proved to be the right choice. And
83.
I think with Burton
James
so far
required
behind,
32.
he didn't consider it on that occasion. He could use that. Well, that might be a blocker. Help or hindrance.
No score.
Slid off the barrel. Couldn't find its
Stephen
way in.
required 161.
And Burton can win in sensational style here. That's not going to be the case, so Hurrell
99.
back for that double to
James
keep
required
his claws
32.
in the contest.
Game shot on the fifth leg. James Hurrell.
Fifth leg goes the way of the England captain. Stephen Burton remains one leg away from the win, and he now has the darts to wrap it up.
Sixth leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on.
Really is a hit and miss type player, Stephen Burton. We've seen him produce some electrifying arrows here at the Live League.
83.
Twice winning weeks, including a Champions Week earlier this year. Yeah, he's struggled over the last 2 nights. He's hit averages as high as 105.
29.
But none of it in the last
140.
24 hours.
100.
Getting there though here.
98.
Wants to avoid another last leg decider. Remember, he led Paul Hogan 3-2 in his first game this evening, but wound up losing that one 4-3. And here comes Hurrell.
180.
Oh, that spells trouble for Stephen Burton. Yes, Hurrell is still behind, but he's
60.
breathing down Burton's neck. A roll of the eyes tells you everything you need to know.
134.
Stephen Burton feels he simply has to hit this. He is going to get a dart at tops. About 2/3 of the bed to aim at.
100. James, you require
Unfound.
58.
And Hurrell still unbeaten. But that may be about to change.
Stephen, you require
Stephen Burton
20.
with 3 darts to seal the win.
Game,
And he's the
shot,
one
and the match. Stephen
to
Burton.
defeat James Hurrell. Bottom beats top here at the Live League in Group B. And Burton is still in with a chance of joining the man he's just seen off at finals night tomorrow. A 4-2 success for Bertie there. Finally getting a win after a really disappointing run of results. But Stephen Burton will return for a couple more games against Danny Smith and Christian Kist. Smith is in action next, however, against Paul Hogan. Welcome back to the action here at the Live League. We move into Game 6 and the battle to join James Hurrell at finals night is really heating up. Paul Hogan meeting Danny Smith in this one. Well, there we'll have a look At the league table, Hogan in a good spot if he gets the better of Danny Smith here, but Smith can pull level on points with Hogan.
First leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on.
Oh, Burton, Hogan rather, with a win here would be as good as through. Would be a mathematical miracle if he wasn't. It's been a good turnaround for him.
140.
Winning both of his matches this evening after winning just one yesterday.
43. 100. 58. 100.
When this pair met
57.
yesterday,
Paul, you require 161.
Danny Smith enjoyed his best performance and his best win of the tournament so far. A 4-1 success over Hogan, 96.83 average, a brilliant 1-2-4 checkout in there as well.
58. Paul, you require 148. 100. 100. Paul, you require 48.
I'm quite surprised that Paul Hogan didn't go 12 for double 18. Usually does everything he can to leave that target.
144. 140.
It'll return to break on double 8s. 140 there from Smith to leave 4 rather, double 2. I'm absolutely losing it. It's a good job it's the last night because they wouldn't employ me for another one.
Paul Hogan.
What's that on the floor there? Charlie Corsafine sorting it out, the referee. The place is falling apart. It's a good job we are moving, isn't it?
Second leg, it's Paul to throw first. Game on.
The board's gone.
80.
No, I reckon Danny Smith's got his friend round the back at the hammer. Knock that dart out. That's what they do at the fairgrounds, isn't it? So I'm told.
93.
'Just a recap of the results this evening. Smith
70.
started the night in style, defeating Kist 4-2. Hogan then beat Burton 4-3 before Hurrell got the better of this man in a last leg decider.
94.
Hogan carried on his winning run tonight with a 4-3 win over Kist, who is without a win after
54.
2. And then Stephen Burton finally got his first win in 4 matches when he beat James Hurrell, the first defeat that Hurrell has suffered in Group B.
85.
Will be Hurrell against Kist in the next match. Before Burton
58.
takes on Smith, then it's Hogan Hurrell. And Kist Burton brings down the curtain.
81. Danny, you require 116.
Oh, great dart that from Danny Smith. And now he wants to hoist Hogan by his own
80.
petard on double
All you
18.
require 131. 91. Danny, you require 36.
Can't afford to come inside. Well, that's a happy accident. Double 2.
34. Paul, you require 40.
Double top for 2-0 for Paul Hogan instead. Smith seething behind him.
No score.
But he might not be behind him in the match much
Danny,
longer.
you require 2.
In the madhouse.
No score.
Yeah, that's criminal. Going inside with the first
Paul, you
start.
require 40.
1 up, 1 in. The plan. Like that. 1 up. 2 up.
20.
Too low in the end.
Danny, you require 2.
A real double trouble here. Hogan's now missed 10. Smith has missed 5. Make it 6. 7.
No score.
8.
Paul, you require
18
20.
between them. Well, at least Paul Hogan sees the funny side. He won't see the funny side of that. Now he does want the 1. Our cameraman with a great prediction there. Double 2.
16.
Is that in?
Danny, you require 2.
It wasn't, by the way. And yeah, I am being mischievous. Now that's the way. 1 up.
No score.
But he can't use it.
Paul, you require 4.
Well, the Modus Super Series is going to start at 10 PM on Saturday. I'm just
Game
hoping
shot
this
on the
game
second leg.
has
Paul
finished
Hogan.
first. That will help. Paul Hogan finally putting an end to that disastrous doubling at the end of leg 2. It doesn't matter how many darts it takes. It's all about who wins the leg, and
Third leg,
Hogan
it's
does
Danny
to
throw
double his
first.
lead.
Game on.
All right, graphics man, don't take the mick.
60.
That's my job.
$59. 100. 36.
I didn't think we'd see those averages go down at any point.
$81.
I'll be turning the lights out of the live league at the end of this evening's action. At the moment, this pair are playing like the lights are already off in there.
100. 100. 40. Danny, you require 160.
Paul Hogan in particular all over the place at the moment, and Smith can try and take advantage of that and work his way back into this
100.
grueling game.
$41. Danny requires 60.
It's hard to fix a problem if you don't know what it is.
40.
Smith knows what his problem is.
$105. Danny required 20. Game shot on the third leg.
Well, the problem was
Danny
that he
Smith.
couldn't hit a double, and after 15 failed attempts, Danny Smith finally has. And he halves the deficit in this match.
Fourth leg, it's
Paul Hogan
to
leads it
throw
2-1.
$60. 42. 100. 53. 121. 59. 140. Require 20. 10. Danny, you require 32.
Well, the messing is back. 34 darts missed at double between them in this match. Make that 35. And this one is the hardest dart at double that either player has attempted in the game.
No score. Paul, you require 10.
Both missed 18 darts.
No score.
Oh, and you can see now Paul Hogan's furious. I'm not surprised he's lost the plot.
Danny, you require 32.
Danny Smith will be thinking here, forget about what I've missed. He's gone here. I'll get him. But he has to get this first. And it's getting trickier and trickier and trickier.
16.
Oh, he's
Paul,
unlucky there.
10.
Hogan opting for a change of plan this time. Double 4. Well, I've
6.
lost count.
Danny, you require 16.
In the match, it's 21 darts missed apiece at double. Feels like most of them in this leg.
No score.
I've never seen anything like this.
Paul, you require 4.
I can't remember a leg of darts where I've seen this many missed at double unless I was playing in the leg. Fitting if it ends in the madhouse.
2. Danny, you require 16.
I am literally lost for words.
12. Paul, you require 2.
What do you want me to say?
Game shot on the 4th leg.
Well, that is a
Paul
relief.
Hogan.
To me, to you, to everybody who's got plans between now and 2045. That leg is over. Let's move on.
5th leg, it's Danny to throw first. Game on. $85. 60.
I mean, the averages mean nothing. It's all about all those darts missed at double.
140.
52 between them. Well, we're going to have a record, I think, on the last night here at the Live League.
140. 100. 60. 40. 43. $100. Danny, you require 133.
Are you ready for the irony? Can you imagine? After all that, Paul Hogan steps forward and takes out 141.
90. Paul, you require 141.
Well, that's not going to happen. Maybe in a parallel universe.
41. Danny, you require 43.
One of those days, but it's very rare you see both players have one of those days, isn't it? That's the thing. One player can miss loads of doubles, but he won't be allowed to miss that many because his opponent will hit.
Smith.
And Smith finally hits and puts an end to his trend of doubling disasters. And we've now had...
Sixth leg.
And I'm not saying this
game on
to criticise the players. It's just bizarre that it happens, that this can happen. But we've had 58 darts at double in this game.
85.
58 darts at double in this game.
81.
We've had games at the Live League where 58 darts haven't been thrown.
59.
And the match has been over.
58.
Yes, 58, Charlie. I've said you don't need to repeat me. The most darts that anybody's
60.
ever had at double in a match at the Live League is 30. If Danny Smith gets one more, then he will have that unwanted record.
57.
But he'll want one more. He'll want at least two more. He's already equalled it.
139. $95. Paul, you require 158. $60.
Well, Hogan will come back looking to win the match. Doesn't matter how you win, does it? A W is a W.
100.
2 points are 2
Paul,
points.
you require 98.
Winning ugly would be an understatement in this one. He might not be winning yet.
42. Danny, you require 110.
I'd stay there. I mean, I'd get nowhere near it, but I'd
58.
stay there.
Paul, you require 56.
20. Double 18. Never misses this one. Well, it seems he
47.
does, and now both players in this match have
Danny, you
matched the
require
record for the most
52.
doubles thrown in a match. And that record will definitely be broken. Because Danny Smith has now had 31.
12. Paul, you require 9.
How bizarre. How utterly bizarre. We'd only ever seen
Game,
one
shots,
match
and the match.
where a
Paul
player had
Hogan.
had 30 darts at double in the history of the Live League, in all of those thousands of games we've had. And we've just seen one where both players have had 31. Look, you don't need me to sum that up. You can see it for yourselves. We'll see you after the break. Well, let's just put that down to being one of those games, shall we? Bizarrely, it could have actually got Paul Hogan through. He's as good as through with that win against Danny Smith in the previous match. James Hurrell, we know, is through. Christian Kist trying to get through, and he takes on Hurrell here. Yeah, Paul Hogan, after winning that, I don't know how to describe it, just winning that against Danny Smith, moves on to 8 points and is as good as through to finals night tomorrow.
Game on.
He will return to take on James Hurrell, and we will, I'm sure, see a lot better from Hogan. We've seen a lot better from Hogan. We've seen a lot better from Smith as well, and he's got one more outing
140
against Stephen Burton. He needs Christian Kist to be beaten here to have any chance of qualifying.
140.
If Kist is beaten here, then that does confirm Hogan's place
48.
At finals night, and that finals night will be held, as we've been making you aware, at the new purpose-built top spec
125
Modus Live Lounge in front of the bright lights on the big stage in front of a live audience.
125. James, you require 96.
Our presentation team will feature Abigail Davis. Myself and Chris Mason will provide commentary, and we'll have a couple of special guests as well.
72.
So do tune in. 10 p.m. Saturday night, the place to be here on Sporty Stuff TV. As the door closes on the live league,
James, you require 24.
we walk through to the Narnia that is the Modus Super Series.
On the first
James
leg.
Hurrell will
James
be there.
Hurrell.
Will Christian Kist? That is becoming a bit of a question. It looked like he would be at the end of yesterday's action, but he's winless so far tonight, and he's lost the first leg in this one.
Second leg, it's Christian to throw first. $85.
Lost out 4-2 to Danny Smith and 4-3 to Paul Hogan. They both played a lot better than they did in the match we just witnessed. But he won 3 out of his 4 matches last night.
140.
So still in one of those provisional qualification places.
$100. 100.
3 games left to come after this one. Burton Smith, Hogan Hurrell, and Kist Burton.
100. 136.
Dutchman leaves tops after 12.
136. Christian, you require 40. Game shot on the second leg. Christian Kist.
And he finds it to draw himself level in this match. A 1 leg apiece. Kist looking to get his first win of the evening.
Third leg, it's James to throw first.
He's been waiting for a win. That would see him seize a finals night spot.
41. 60.
Wouldn't yet be guaranteed with victory here, but as good as.
100.
Much healthier than the previous
100.
match, although that was never going to be difficult.
140. 100. 40. 134.
Kist has carved out an opportunity to break.
100. Christian, you require 107.
It's still possible. Not anymore.
75. James, you require 80. 60.
A near miss.
Christian, you require 32.
Christian Kist can cash in. Almost found the double 7 accidentally there. Double 8 now the target.
Game shot.
And that's what he finds.
Christian Kist.
And Christian Kist is ahead in this one with that break of throw. James Hurrell has just been beaten for the first time when he lost surprisingly to Stephen Burton when bottom beat top. And it might be a brace of defeats.
Game on.
Qualified and then foot off the gas, who knows? Won't be intentional. But when you're working towards something and you achieve it, then you can easily be forgiven for maybe subconsciously losing a little bit of focus.
41.
Losing a bit of grit and fight. Why would you fight on when the fight is already won?
39. 140. 100. 140. 98. 140. 140. James, you require 40.
To break straight back.
Game
nicely done.
James Hurrell.
Thought it might be difficult for him to get underneath those darts. They were so close to the wire. But Hurrell expertly executes the outshot and levels up the tie.
James to throw first. Game on.
At 2 legs all. Decent game. He did beat Christian Kist 4-2.
100.
When the pair met on Thursday night.
$100.
Have been asking for your favourite Live League moments by tweeting us at Darts Live League or me at Chris Murphy 180 if you so wish, and I had to chuckle at the one that Lee Montague sent in, saying I think seeing someone with a similar checkout percentage as me is now my favourite Live League moment. Yeah, we've all been there, Lee. When they're there, it just reminds you that they are human.
39.
Because they make this game look so easy most of the time. And these aren't even the tour card holders. And that is what the Live League that will become the Super Series has done. It's given opportunities to players
100.
outside the top 128. Those professional tour card holders. You know, in football,
125.
It's not just the
James
Premier League
required
players that get the TV
161.
coverage. And the Live League has kind of been the Football League of darts. And it'll become a little bit shinier and more sparkly and better for the players to play in and better for the viewers to watch. We promise. Tune in Saturday night at 10 to see the changes that have been made. This man will be there. And he's almost there in this match.
James Hurrell.
Double six sees Hurrell move within one of the win and within one of a repeat scoreline against Christian Kist from 24 hours ago.
Sixth leg, it's Christian to throw first.
Kist performing some kind of operation on his equipment there.
Game on.
It's done the trick, hasn't it? He didn't do enough with that one.
81.
Again, both players averaging in the 90s. Hurrell hovering around the ton.
140. 45. 60. 85. 140. 60. James, you require 161.
To win it in style. Treble 17, should he wish to go for it. Fancied the fireworks,
97.
why not, when he's already through.
$100. James, you require 64. 48.
The last chance then for Christian Kist to force a
Christian,
decider.
130.
You know what, he might need this because he is sinking in the quicksand.
90.
Start of the night on 6 points. He may end the night on
James
6 points.
requires 16.
And it may not be enough.
$12.
But Hurrell has let him off the hook.
Christian, you require 40. Game shot on the sixth leg.
And Kist takes a
Christian
sixth
Kist.
leg and does force a decider. Hurrell has the darts in it, but it is a much more important leg for Christian Kist than it is for James Hurrell.
Seventh and final leg. It's James to throw first. Game on.
Well, some say you play better when it means nothing. Let's put that theory to the test here because it means everything for Kist and nothing to Hurrell.
$95. 99.
Three more matches to bring you after this, the final fights
140.
of Live League nights before the new show begins tomorrow. Or today,
39.
as we have past midnight. I think we passed it during that match between Paul Hogan and Danny Smith.
180.
That started about 6:30. Sorry, fellas, forgive me. I know
37.
you don't need reminding
Danger
of that one.
require 86.
Christian Kist is in trouble here.
54.
A 180 from Hurrell, the only one of the match. In the last leg of the match. Has helped him down to a double after a dozen.
84. Danger
And
require
Kist
32.
stuck on half a dozen points after winning 3 of his matches last night. He
16.
is on the brink of losing all 3 that he's played this evening.
96. Danger requires 16. Game, shots, and the match.
That is exactly
James
what has happened to
Hurrell.
Christian Kist, who really now does have cause for concern. The group winner, James Hurrell, has been safely through seemingly for hours and will feature in finals night tomorrow. He defeats Christian Kist in a last leg decider, and Kist now faces an anxious wait to see what the situation is when he plays Stephen Burton in the last match of the session. Burton is back in the next match. He's up against Danny Smith. Welcome back. Just before we get into this match, confirmation that the result in the last one means that Paul Hogan has now qualified for finals night tomorrow. So Hogan and Hurrell safely through. The rest of the field battling it out for the final place, including Stephen Burton and Danny Smith. Smith cannot lose two legs here, or he will not be able to qualify. It would take a bit of a mathematical miracle for it to happen for him anyway. But Christian Kist is the shock story of the night. He started the night on 6 points, having won 3 of his 4 games last night. He's lost all 3 tonight and will take on Stephen Burton in the last match after Paul Hogan and Hurrell, the 2 men that are through, already have played out
96
their final fixture. It's going to be a fitting finale to the final night of Live League Darts. If you are just tuning in, don't worry. You still should watch at 10 p.m. on Sporty Stuff TV every Thursday to Saturday and 9:30 a.m. every Monday to Friday. We'll just be doing things a little bit differently from now on. The Modus Super Series is getting underway. The launch night is tomorrow. Don't miss it.
100.
It's Danny Smith's final outing, and he will be determined to show that the last match is not indicative of his ability. And we already know that, but he does not want to end on a low. We've seen real highs from Smith.
100.
We've seen plenty of highs at the Live League, haven't we, as well, over the last 2 years. I've been very grateful for those of you who sent in tweets with your favourite moments. 97. Gavin Fraser is one of those people, saying his favourite moment was Danny Van Trijp's 9-darter. His reaction was brilliant, and it really was. You could see what it meant to the Dutchman. A first career 9-darter for Danny Van Trijp just a few weeks ago. The 9th 9-darter here at the Live League.
Game shot on the first leg.
And that's a 14-darter from Stephen Burton with that clean kill of the 74 combo. Is he going to be the escape artist, having started the night bottom of the table?
First. Game on.
It's looking much better for Burton. 9-dart finishers. I think it's only fitting that I do 82. Run through the roll of honour of the players to produce perfection here in the match room of the Online Darts Live League. Richie Burnett hitting a 9-dart finish in 2021. James Richardson hitting 2 9-dart finishes that year. One against his own son, the other
100.
Against Burnett. Martin Adams also hit 2 9-darters last year. One against Jamie Caven, one against Scott Williams. Williams has been on the end of 2.
140.
And this year, last year Colin Osborne hit one as well. The Wizard against John O'Shea, who went on to get
96.
a 2 card. And then this year we've had 3. Graham Usher, Conor Heenahan and Danny Van Trijp, the one that was mentioned.
41.
His first career 9-darter.
$56.
He actually hit that against Josh Richardson as well. So Richardson and Williams
140.
on the wrong end of a couple.
167. $57. Stephen, you require 40. No score. Danny, you require 110.
Treble 18 for double thereof, not to be for Danny Smith.
86.
And if he loses this
Stephen,
leg,
you require 40.
then he's out of the running, out of the race. I would like to see him back. I think he's been a decent addition.
35.
And he's not out of the race just yet.
Danny, you require 24.
Double 12 will keep him in the race. Double 6 will keep him running.
Shot on the second leg. Danny
Smith is up and running in his final match at the Live League. What a piece against Stephen Burton, who looked out of it.
Third leg, it's Stephen to throw first.
And he lost 3 games yesterday and his first tonight. But he's very much in it now after that surprise win against James Hurrell.
135.
The only defeat that Hurrell has suffered. I'm going to take this moment to run through some of the Live League records as well. The most consecutive matches won, that went to Jim McEwen. 16, tipping the previous best held by Sean McDonald. Most consecutive legs won, Graham Usher, winning 16.
100.
I won't do the ones lost, that's not fair. Quickest game featured Graham Usher and Gavin Carlin. 5 minutes 41. And 48 seconds. I'm pretty sure we've had the longest game earlier this evening. And once we had 4 ton-plus checkouts by a player in a match. That was also Graham Usher. 167, 141, 121 and 107 against Dan Reed earlier this year.
100.
Also shout outs to James Richardson, Keelan Kate and Jose Justicia.
134.
Their matches with Monk, Warburton and Adams. There were 3 bullseyes in those games. Back to some more records in a moment, but there could be a bullseye here. Needed the 25 though to have a go at it.
45. Danny, you require 109. $51. Stephen, you require.
So Burton will
40.
come back for tops.
Yeah,
and that is the dart that denies
Burton.
Danny Smith the opportunity to play at the launch of the Modus Super Series on Saturday night. He can no longer qualify. Burton still in the running.
Fourth leg, it's Danny to throw first.
Hurrell and Hogan through, and they'll play next. Back to the Live League records. Now, what about a perfect
60.
checkout success rate? 4 out of 4 on the doubles. That's happened 138 times. I'll run you through the list. Adam Smith-Neal, Andreas Toft Jorgensen, Andy... I'm not going to do it, really. The player's been 3-0 down and winning 4-3. Has happened 76 times. Just to give you an indication, that is from almost 6,000 matches.
84.
The rarest occurrence, of course, is a 9-darter. It's happened 9 times out of those 6,000 matches. But interestingly,
58.
Only 10 times have we seen every single leg in a match go against a throw.
85. 58.
What do you reckon? One more bit of magic, one more perfect leg at the Live League before we switch off the lights
81.
and put the padlock on the door for old time's sake. Can't see it myself. We'll settle for the 154, Stephen.
99. Stephen, you require 154.
Doesn't oblige, and that allows Danny Smith the opportunity to level the match.
44. Danny, you require 86.
If Stephen Burton does win this match, well, Danny Smith makes that less likely by bedding the bull, but if Burton does win it, then it's going to be a straight shootout between him and Christian Kist in the last match of the night. Kist will not believe that he has found himself in that position. Burton will be very happy that he's found himself in that position.
100. 50. 58. 57. 85. 60.
It'll be a shootout of sorts even if Burton loses, but there'll be
25.
leg difference at play then.
98.
And he'd have to beat Christian Kist 4-0, as I understand it, to go through.
128. 127.
But he's edging towards the win that will set up that fitting finale.
60.
We wanted the last match to have meaning, didn't we?
59.
And when Kist and Burton bring down the curtain on the live league, all will be to play for.
Game shot on the
If
fifth
Stephen
leg.
Burton
Stephen
wins
Burton.
one more leg in this match, that would really be an excellent way to end the evening's action and to end the action here at the live
Sixth leg,
league.
it's Danny to throw first.
The reward,
Game on.
a place at finals night on the launch night of the brand spanking,
57.
all singing, all dancing Modus Super Series.
$99. 83. 134. 82. 98.
'Well, are we about to be treated?
57. Stephen, you require 170.
Doesn't threaten the big
60.
fish. Doesn't need to.
100. Stephen, you require 110.
Well, he's put a few things right since that poor doubling showing against Paul Hogan earlier on,
Game,
Danny Smith.
shots,
But he
and
does
the match,
bow out
Stephen Burton.
with a defeat to Stephen Burton, and it is a win that means when Burton meets Kist in the last match of the night, it is a winner-takes-all showdown. Whoever wins that tie will join Paul Hogan and James Hurrell in qualifying from this group. Danny Smith, a decent addition to the live league. He bows out with defeat to Stephen Burton, who has come back from the brink to put himself in contention, ready for that winner-takes-all clash. Before that, the two players who are already through will do battle as Hurrell takes on Hogan. Welcome back, the penultimate match of the night, not just of the night, but ever here at the Online Darts Live League. And James Hurrell and Paul Hogan are about to do battle. And things will look a little different for this pair when they play finals night. Instead of being in that room, they will be on a roomy stage at our new high-spec, purpose-built arena for the launch night of the Modus Super Series. Hurrell and Hogan will join Diogo Portela, Kieran Tian, Martin Adams and either Christian Kist or Stephen Burton on that stage on Saturday. The action getting underway from 10 p.m. This a bit...
First leg, it's Paul to throw first. Game on.
A bit of dress rehearsal. When Hogan
44
and Hurrell did battle on Thursday night, it went the way of Hurrell, as every single match did. He won 4-2 on that occasion.
55.
Despite this being a tussle between the top two,
100.
it is the mere appetizer for the main event, and it's
100.
rather pleasing that the very last match played in this, I would say now, iconic room will be meaningful.
60.
One darting dream will be realised and one will be crushed. The chance to be part of history tomorrow evening.
140.
I keep saying tomorrow evening, but it's actually tonight, isn't it? You're just
87.
21 hours away from the big launch. You will not be disappointed. You might have seen a sneak peek on social media. The Modus Super Series.
92.
He's going to take things to another level.
41. James, you require
For players
140.
outside the 1, 2, 8 tour card holders. Double top for James Hurrell, who will be there enjoying the
94.
action.
$59. James, you require 20. Game shot on the first leg. James Hurrell.
And he takes the opening leg in this one, James Hurrell. Paul Hogan has fought his way through to finals night. Going with Hurrell, can he find some of that fight and get back
Second
in this
leg,
match?
it's James to throw first.
Still will be wanting to put the last match behind him after that doubling disaster against Danny Smith, despite victory.
135.
So while we do have a bit of a dead rubber in a nice way, because it's such, because both players are through, I'll just run you through
100.
some of the details with regard to the Modus Super Series. So it
85.
is the evolution of the Online Darts Live League. Will feature top international players such as Martin Adams, Fallon Sherritt,
60.
Robert Thornton, and will launch on Saturday evening. Hosted at a top spec, purpose-built location in Portsmouth. We'll see
60.
more than 30 hours of televised matches broadcast live. Still here on Sporty Stuff TV and online at sportystuff.tv. But listen to this, players
97.
competing for a share of over £1 million on offer per year. It's open to
60.
any non-PDC tour card holder over the age of 18. Players will be invited. We'll call you, don't call us, basically.
100. James, you require 161.
And the likes of Lisa Ashton, Jared Cole, Neil Duff, Kevin Painter, Makuru Suzuki, Thibaut Tricot,
99. Paul, you
all set
require
to be involved.
144.
Commentary team will remain myself, Chris Mason, Paul Nicholson, Mark Webster, and we're going to be joined
96. James requires 62.
by the brilliant Abigail Davis, starting on the launch night.
Game shot on the
James
second
Hurrell.
leg. James Hurrell.
Showing his stuff here and warming up for that launch night very well. A nice 62 checkout. Well, Hogan's not going to have the same trouble on doubles that he had in the last match, because he's not going to have a go at a double if it carries on like this. So there are a few changes.
135.
One of them is that... what's going on there from Paul Hogan? A bit of a juggling act. Never mind the Moda Super Series. Let's get him on Britain's Got Talent. Managed to get rid of all three flights in one fell swoop there.
81.
Anyway, after being rudely interrupted by that party trick from Paul Hogan, here comes another one. Yeah, instead of the 5-week cycles, it'll be 13-week cycles. So there'll be, like it is now, 12 players a week, matches on Monday to Fridays, and then that finals night in front of a live audience on Saturday evenings. But the 12 weekly winners will compete in Champions Week. So Champions Week by name, Champions Week by nature.
39.
And a £20,000 Champions cheque will then be dished out. But don't take my word for it all. Do tune in at 10 p.m. and see what all the fuss is about.
42.
As things go to another level. And James Hurrell has been on another level compared to the rest of this group, I think it's fair to say.
80.
There is one score left to settle, and that is who will join Hurrell and Hogan in qualifying from this group and getting onto that stage on Saturday.
100. Paul, you require 113. 53. James, you require 144. 100. Paul, you require 60.
Double top. Double 10.
40.
A chance here for Hurrell to go 3 clear.
James, you require 44. 28.
Can't quite manage it.
Paul, you require 20. Game shot on the
So
third
Hogan
leg.
gets back in it.
Paul Hogan.
It's only a holder throw for Paul Hogan, but he reduces the lead to a single leg. Hurrell remains 2 away, but has the darts in the 4th.
4th leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Mentioned he did beat Paul Hogan last night. He did beat him in the national singles earlier this year as well.
60.
A 4-2 win for Hurrell. Hogan's only notable victory against Hurrell came some 7 years ago at the England Masters, also by a margin of 4-2.
60. 59. 125. 54. 100. 53.
Hogan's very much back in this one now.
120.
Yeah, fair enough.
105.
Using the bull there
Ball you
to
require 96.
give himself the best chance of leaving a finish. Opting for a double-double
56.
attempt there,
James
Paul
require
Hogan.
170.
Ah, this would be nice, wouldn't it? On the last night and all, Hurrell
105.
lets us down.
Ball you require 40.
He led this match 2-0. Hogan pinned double 10 to claw back
James
the
on the
deficit to
fourth
2-1, and he
Paul Hogan.
finds that target again to tie up the tussle at 2-2, and he has the darts in 2 of the last 3 legs.
Fifth leg, it's Paul to throw first. Game on. $105.
Is it going to go Hogan's way in the end?
105. $140. $123.
Decent leg of darts, this one. Both players in the mid-200s after 6 tossed.
100.
And Hogan down to a finish after 9.
$97. Paul, you require 156. $44.
Not happy with himself. There have been those inconsistencies this evening, I think that's fair to say. Forget that match against Danny Smith, that was just a complete freak.
46. Paul, you require 112.
Just the odd visit where Hogan sprays them all over the place, and then he kind of reacts to it as well.
80. James, you require 130.
Couldn't take out the big fish in the previous leg. Can't get a go at the ball for the little fish in the one that
65.
follows.
Paul, you require 32.
So double 16. And now double 8. He thought that was in.
16. James, you require 65.
And it's 2 at tops for Hurrell. It becomes 1 at 10s.
45.
For whatever reason, it seems a little
Paul,
tense.
you require 16. Game
And
shot
Hogan takes advantage and turns the tie totally around. He trailed by 2 legs to 0. He now leads by 3 legs to 2.
Sixth leg, it's James to throw first. $100. $100. $60. $121. $100. $60. $92.
Hurrell not happy. He knows that Hogan has a chance to get the job done here.
95. James, you require
Thanks for staying with us late
149.
into the evening or early in the morning, whichever way you want to put it. But the last match is the winner-takes-all showdown. Christian Kist against Stephen Burton.
81. Paul, you require 125.
Well, this would be a way to win it. Not going to happen. 13 he's hit there. So 112 remaining. Now 92.
53.
If he
James
comes back,
68.
you'd go treble 12 for double 18. But that if is looking like a big if.
66. Paul, you require 72.
So it is treble 12. Single 20. And double top. And Hogan
shots and
seals victory
Paul Hogan
over James Hurrell. Still not happy with his performance, but Paul Hogan has had an excellent evening's arrows. Winning all 4 of his games tonight, Paul Hogan, without being at his brilliant best. But we have seen him produce a run that has put him through to finals night tomorrow alongside James Hurrell. Martin Adams there as a Group A winner. Diogo Portela and Kieran Tierney there from Group C. 1 place left, and it is a winner-takes-all clash to decide who takes it when Christian Kist takes on Stephen Burton. That is coming up next. Welcome back. So now the end is near, and so we face the final Burton. But will Burton be in the finals night? He takes on Christian Kist in the last match here at the Live League, the last match ever, and it is a winner-takes-all contest. It's a showdown to see who will make it to the first ever Modus Super Series. Finals night, one space left. Martin Adams will throw the first competitive dart in his group match against Diogo Portela. Paul Hogan will also be
First
in
leg,
Group
it's
1
Christian to throw first.
tomorrow evening at our brand new venue, in our brand new production. James Hurrell and Kieran Tian will be in Group 2 with the winner of this match.
140.
Christian Kist won 3 matches of his 4 last night, and as it turned out, only needed 1 more win to book his place at finals night, but that win has not been forthcoming, and Stephen Burton, who only won 1 of his 4 matches last night, has managed to get himself in this
79
sudden death shootout with Kist, who does have the advantage of throwing first.
100.
Just think of all the matches you've watched
85
in that room. And this last one will have
140.
a little bit of legacy.
152.
The Live League certainly does leave a legacy. But we move on.
45. Stephen
move
up. 41.
Which one will be moving through to play on the stage on Saturday night? Double 12 to give Burton first blood.
Stephen Burton.
And it is a break for Burton. That could be a huge moment. It's all gone horribly wrong for Kist.
Second leg, it's
he
Stephen
was sitting
to throw
pretty,
first.
as I was saying, in second place going into this evening's action. But the Kist chase began. And Stephen Burton, at this point,
81.
has finally caught up with him.
$97. $180.
I'm not sure Christian Kist can believe what's happened this evening. Incredible stat. Before tonight's play, he'd had the higher average in 16 of the 19 matches he played this week. Not sure he got the results that some of his performances had merited.
140.
But I have to admit, I didn't see him not qualifying. And he's going to have to turn this around
96.
to change that, because
100.
Stephen Burton has suddenly found his form. Found spellbinding stuff.
80.
It was 4-3 to Kist when the pair met in the first match.
85. Stephen, you require 20.
Of yesterday.
10.
Bizarrely, one of the 3 matches this week in which Kist hadn't had the higher average, but he won that one. Oh, this is brilliant. How to bail yourself out of trouble.
111.
And he almost did.
Stephen, you require
and Stephen was
10.
shaking his head like he thought it was going to happen.
On the second
but
leg.
it's happening
Stephen
for him.
Burton.
It's happening for Stephen Burton. And it is going horribly, horribly wrong for Christian Kist.
Third leg, it's Christian to throw first.
Played in the first match of the evening tonight against Danny Smith. He had 6 points to his name, needed just 2 more
59.
to book his place at finals night. on this final evening
140.
at the Online Darts Live League. It started with a Kist. Whoever thought it would end like this?
140.
Christian Kist's capitulation 60. Slid down the table, and Stephen Burton, who looked buried
52.
after losing his first match to Paul Hogan tonight, is halfway now to completing
58.
an ace act of Arrow's escapology and condemning Christian Kist.
140.
To be the forgotten man
137.
when the fireworks begin on Saturday night. Can Christian change that? Treble 17. Burton will be back.
45. Stephen, you require 106. $58.
25 for tops.
65.
Don't be too good here, Christian. Don't hit the bull. Oh, well now. He might have had to go at the bull, but he gets a dart at double 11.
Stephen, you require 48.
But this for 3-0. And it's brilliant from Burton.
Stephen Burton.
And the pain continues. Kist will be feeling crushed. Can he somehow put the pieces back together, pick himself up, and find a way to turn this around? You can see the head drop in the background, and when he looks up, it's only to see that another dart has gone into treble 20 from his opponent, and another.
$60.
And look at Burton now, a man who's looked beaten for most of the night, suddenly looks buoyant. Suddenly looks brilliant.
100. 100. 125.
And he's almost there. He's made light work of this
Stephen, you require
massively important showdown. And Christian Kist seemingly
60.
powerless to do anything to stop Stephen. He's only had 2 darts at double in this match.
96. Stephen, you
And
require
Bertie will now
76.
get at least 1 for the match.
36.
A last
Christian, you
chance,
require
an outside chance.
148.
What can Kist conjure up?
$100. Stephen, you require 40.
Double top.
Game, shots,
And Stephen
the
Burton brings
Burton
down the curtain on the Online Darts Live League. The last match, meaningful, and it means that Burton will be in action on Saturday at the expense of a crushed Christian Kist. A 4-0 whitewash win for Stephen Burton, condemning Kist to his 4th defeat of the night. He would have only needed 1 win to be there on stage at the start of the Super Series tomorrow. Instead, it is Burton who goes through. He goes through alongside the league winner James Hurrell, 2nd place Paul Hogan. Kist bows out along with Danny Smith. Burton, the 3rd player in the group. Martin Adams also there along with Diogo Portela and James Hurrell. That gets underway from 10 p.m. on Saturday night on Sporty Stuff TV. Make sure you tune in as the evolution continues here. But it is the last night here at the Online Darts Live League. Lights out at the Live League. Something new awaits tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching every dart.